Hi guys! So today is June 20th, 2017 and I'm starting basically like this is a new topic on my channel, although I think I did bring it up previously. 1 month from today, on July 20th, 2017, I am going to be undergoing a vertical sleeve gastrectomy. Yes, I'm having a part of my stomach removed. This is a bariatric or weight loss surgical procedure. And I want to document my journey on this process. The first thing that I will talk about is that this is a process that I started months ago. The actual, going towards the process of having the surgery happened months ago. I started going to a hospital here in the Pittsburgh area where I live called Magee. If you're familiar with Pittsburgh, then you would be familiar with that hospital. But they have a bariatric weight loss center. And so how it first started, sort of like go back in my whole life, my weight has fluctuated throughout my whole life. And I'm kind of sick of that roller coaster. I'm sick of having to be in anywhere from a size 16 to a size 26. I just want to have a stable weight. I don't care if I ever, in fact, to be honest with you, I don't want to get below a size like 12 or a 10. I don't want to get any thinner than that. I would actually be very happy at like a size 14. But we'll see what happens in my process. It's going to be a long journey. So how it all started was I saw something about something called an Obera, which is like a ball that they put in your stomach and they inflate. And I called about that. That was my initial line of interest. Because it just seemed very non-invasive. It wasn't actual cutting of any, thing. It went down your throat, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. So I found out immediately that 0 insurance companies, at least at the time, which when I started this process was 8 months ago, no insurance companies were paying for it. It's possible that that's changed. In addition to that, my BMI was too high for it. It is more for people that are only about 40 to 50 pounds overweight. It's my understanding. So, and I wasn't interested in a gastric bypass. So a gastric bypass, the reason why they call it that is that they bypass your stomach. So they take part of, and I'm probably going to get the areas where they reroute everything wrong because I'm not having this surgery, therefore I don't know everything about it. But they do make your stomach smaller, but they also reroute part of your intestines somewhere else, maybe to another part of your intestines and then into your stomach. Whereas with the procedure I'm having, there's no rerouting of the intestines, which it's more appealing to me because I want to make sure that I'm getting nutrition from my food. I do understand based on my research that I'm probably still going to be on vitamins for the rest of my life and that sort of thing. And that's fine. I take them anyways. All the vitamins that they're prescribing to me, I've already taken them. So no problem with that. But all they're going to be doing is they're going to be taking my stomach, say your stomach is this big or this big perhaps. They're going to take it and make it into the size of a banana, essentially. So it's a gastric sleeve. So they essentially make it into a sleeve instead of a pouch. So yeah, that's the surgery that I'm having. And I have gone into this with my eyes wide open. So when I first called the Magee Bariatric Center with an interest in the program, I either called or I sent an email. I think I sent an email and then a nurse practitioner called me within a matter of days. And she talked to me about what I was looking for, what my weight was, what I might be interested in. And she said, it's going to take you until April to get in with a doctor here. And she set me up with a doctor. Her name is Anita Kirklis. She's a very well-known gastric bypass bariatric surgeon here in the Pittsburgh area. She's been performing gastric bypasses and bariatric surgeries since 1988, I believe, and I'm very, very pleased with her reputation as a surgeon and as a physician. But what they said was, in order to qualify for any type of surgery, your insurance company, as well as Dr. Kirklis, is going to want you to be in a physician-monitored diet for like 6 months or 6 visits. Typically, you get 1 visit a month type of thing. So they said, why don't you go ahead and start with that now? We'll set you up with another weight loss doctor. Her name is Dr. March. So her team, I started out with them, and so I started losing weight. I've lost 39 pounds total, which is fantastic. I feel a lot better. And it's good to get myself ready for the surgery by cutting out a lot of the things that I will never be able to eat again, like very high sugared foods, fried foods, bread. I also have determined that I am slightly dairy sensitive. So I don't eat as much dairy as I used to. I do a lot of like nut milks, like coconut, cashew, soy milk instead of an almond milk, of course. Almond's my favorite, actually. Unsweetened, of course, to watch my calories. And the other thing that I do is I use MyFitnessPal. I'm a gadget kind of gal, so I love using gadgets to track my weight loss, whether it be MyFitnessPal or my Fitbit, which I don't have on right now. I love that kind of stuff. And I started working out. I started swimming, walking, doing more walks with my dogs, yoga. I also take a pound class, and I hope that once I have the surgery and I get some more weight off, that I will be physically able to do even more classes, and be more active in general. Let's see, what else do I want to touch on? So my surgery will be in 1 month. My family is very supportive. My son is supportive. My wife is supportive of me. My family in general is supportive of me. I would say all of my family members are supportive of this. I did talk to all of them, and I explained to them what I would be doing because I didn't want them to be afraid for my life. But the bottom line is, when someone is obese or morbidly obese, just walking around every day, you're risking high cholesterol, diabetes, hypertension, all those things. And thankfully, I don't have anything like that. I do have a slight problem with my heart. That's too complex to even talk about, but I'm safe for surgery. In fact, I'll be getting a cardiology sign-off next week. I have all sorts of appointments lined up before my actual surgery. I'll be having an endoscopy next week as well to make sure that I don't have something called Barrett's esophagus. So hopefully I'll pass through all those tests with flying colors and be able to have my surgery in 1 month. So my hopes are that within the first few months, I'm able to lose 50 pounds. Like within 6 months. And it's very possible to lose more. I hope I at least lose that. So, all in all, as far as my weight all of my life, it's been very up and down. I graduated from high school at 120 pounds, which was thin. I thought I was fat at the time, but it was thin. And then I had my son. I got pregnant with my son when I was 16. I graduated from high school early. When I was 16, I had him when I was... Did I have him when I was 16? And then I turned 17 right afterwards. Yeah, he's 31 now. And I am 48. Just for reference. A lot of people were like, you have a 31-year-old son? I'm like, yeah, it's just makeup, I swear. Good skincare and staying out of the sun. Not to brag about my age. I always feel like I'm being braggarty, but I'm glad that I stayed out of the sun and that my skin makes me, and that my skin looks good. I take care of my skin. Wow, I'm digressing past the point. So back to my VSG surgery. So, before I get sick and before I get any older, I'm having this damn surgery done because my weight's gone up and down. When I was pregnant, I gained like 85 pounds, and it took me a long time to get that off. At one point, I was about 280 pounds, and then I lost about 80 pounds. And I was teetering somewhere between like 160, 180. I felt really good, but I knew that, like, in fact, I remember someone that I dated at the time. I did date boys at one point, said something about me needing to lose 40 pounds or how much better I would feel if I lost it. And I was just like, fuck you. I lose weight for myself. I'm not doing this for my wife. I will say that I'm doing it for my life. I'm doing this to be healthy. I want to be able to crawl on the ground and play with my future grandchildren that I don't have yet. I want to be able to play with my dog. I want to be able to walk and run and not be tired and not be exhausted. And, I also have a disease called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which causes me to have an excessive amount of arthritis in my hips and my back and my knees, and I'm in pain a lot. So taking the weight off is going to help that as well. But then back to my weight. I did lose all that weight, but then I slowly gained it back. And then about 3 or 4 years ago, I started to get really sick with my Ehlers-Danlos, and I gained 100 pounds. So my highest weight was about 339, and now I'm down to about 306. I can't believe I just said that on the internet. But yeah, I weigh about 306 pounds right now. So that's going to be my pre-surgical weight. Unless I lose anything in between now and then. Hopefully I'll lose this chin. Sorry, I love my face. Including my chin. But it would be nice to have this area toned up a little bit. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I will be having, my name is Sally of The Sally Style, or The Salamander Style is my channel. My channel I've had for a long time, and a long time to me, a couple years. It's always been about body positivity, makeup, clothing, plus size clothing mostly, because I'm plus size, obviously, and a lot of makeup. I love makeup. I love makeup and nails. So I like taking care of myself, and this is just another me taking care of myself. So in general, I'm going to be having this surgery for my health. If you are new to my channel, based on the fact that you're following me now along my VSG journey, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe. Please stick around. If you're more into my makeup videos and you don't want to pay attention to my VSG journey, my vertical sleeve gastrectomy journey, my gastric surgery journey, that's fine. You can just skip over these videos. I thought about having a second channel for it, but it's very difficult time-wise to maintain 2 different channels, and I really don't want to do that. I'm just going to keep everything on here and hope that you guys love me enough to stick around. So that's my story. I love you guys, and I will be updating you at least once a week in regard to my vertical sleeve gastrectomy. If you have any questions, link them down below. If you've gone through this process, let me know your story.